Hey everyone, it's Chaz here with Web20. Today we're going to go over the way we set up and choose our anchor text. Before we start building any links, we do a thorough analysis of not only our site, we check out the top competitor, and then we create a very smart and thorough anchor text plan. And we use that as part of our linking strategy. So everything we do is planned out, very well thought out, and I'm going to go over how we actually do that today. So the first thing that we have is I'll share this with you. I'm going to turn this into a blog post. So I'll share this with you. This is my link setup sheet, and basically it's our SOP guide, right? And it's our template that we use for our projects. So the first thing we need to do is we need to determine what our main keywords are. And I call them our exact keywords. Exactly what are we going to target for, for each campaign. And the way, if we don't already know it, the way we find it basically is using, I like to use keywords everywhere. You could use Google Keyword Planner, whatever works for you that's going to show you search volume. I'm looking for the top 3 to 5 keywords with the highest search volume or buyer intent. That's what our campaign is going to be focused and revolved around. So literally with keywords everywhere, and again, it's not going to be exact, but it gives us a good estimate. White label SEO, and I'm actually going to share with you an actual setup that we did for Web20 Ranker, one of our inner pages. I'm going to start ranking that. So I had to set up the anchor text plan, so I might as well share it with you. So you can see white label SEO, $2,400 a month. Another one was, you can see if you just do that, there's companies at $390. If I add services, I think that's fairly decent, $1,600 a month. So right there's our 3 main ones. We're going to do white label SEO, white label SEO services, and white label SEO company. That'll be our main anchor text that we're going to use, our exact anchor text. I'm going to use 3 of them for this page. So that's step 1, right? Determine our exact keywords. The next step is we're going to take those keywords and we're going to drop them into a rank tracker, because I want to know what pages are ranking, and I want to know, that's part of my evaluation, right? I want to make sure that I'm going to build links to the correct pages. So part of what I'm looking for is, one, what page on the site looks like it's correctly optimized for the keywords, but also I want to put them in SERP Lab or some other rank tracker that's going to show you page by page what's ranking for what, to see where I'm going to build my links. And it'll also identify any keyword cannibalization issues. If you have pages that are ranking for similar keywords, maybe combine those pages or do a 301. It's going to help you really tighten up your game when you use it at that level. So obviously here's our SERP Lab. I already have keywords dropped in it. But basically our main page is going to be our white label page. I'm not going to show you how to use this or anything. I'm not doing that. But our white label page is going to be what we're going to be tracking for this campaign. This is our target URL. So we know that's our target page. And then what we need to look for is to determine if there's a page or post that we can use for deep links, because that's part of our strategy that we're going to use. Is we're going to use deep links. And you might not know what a deep link is. You might never have heard of it before. If you haven't, it's a strategy that you should definitely pursue because it works very well. And what deep links is, it basically, you're just going to be pushing page rank through another page on your site to your target page. So not all of our links are going to go to our target page. Some of our links are going to be called deep links, and they're going to go to a different page, which funnels by a contextual do follow link back to our target page. So let's look at one of those. We have one of those on the site. We actually have a few of them. Usually they're going to be blog posts or resource pages that link back to the main sales page or the main location page, whatever it is, whatever type of site you're ranking. Obviously Web20 is a national site, but if you were working on a local site, you'd have a blog post that links back to your location page that you're ranking. In this case, it's a blog post that links back to our service page that we're ranking. And here's our blog post, and you can see our link is right here. It's a long tail, but includes our exact match phrase inside of it. And when we start building links, we can push links to this blog post, and link juice will go to this link, right? And since it's our number 2 link on this page, it's going to pass a lot of link juice there. Even though there are some other links further down the page, we're going to get link juice going through. Not only that, you're going to add relevancy just because you have an anchor text using keywords. You're going to add some relevancy back to your page that you're targeting. So once we determine that, we're going to look at our top competitor page. Okay, and obviously to do that, you just go to your services, not services, go to Google search, type in whatever it is. For us, we're going to say that top competitor is the Hoth, even their number 2 here. If we went back to just SEO without the services, the Hoth's number 1 there. So that's the site we're going to use. We're going to look at them. Might as well just pop that open in a new window. Here they are. You can take a look at the on page. We'll do our own on page with it, but we're more interested in looking at what anchor text they have, what their backlink profile has, what that looks like. And not only what that looks like, we have to keep in mind though, when we look at stuff like that, we're not ever going to probably get the complete picture, because we're going to use Spyglass, Ahrefs to take a look at what they're doing. But we're probably not going to catch, if they have, good PBNs set up, we won't catch those. If they're using redirects, we might not catch those. So once we determine the top competitor, right? So that's the basic setup here of what we do. The next thing is we're going to do some anchor text and backlink reports for the target page and for the competitor. And again, we use 2 different tools I just discussed. We're going to use Ahrefs and SEO Spyglass, which is part of SEO Power Suite. Take a look at Ahrefs real quick. This is the Hoth. This is their page. You can see, go right to their anchors, which is right here. You can see there's their exact match. There's a long tail, some more long tails and variations down through here. SEO white labeled firm. You can see some of all the different long tails that they're using here. And it gives us an idea as to what we're looking at. But again, this is not a complete picture, because one thing this doesn't show us also is usually it doesn't show us any brand links that were built. So if we're talking not brand, Web 2 links, let me put it that way, profile links, Web 2 links, things like that usually have like branded anchors or naked anchors. Ahrefs doesn't do a good job of showing those. I don't think any tool really does. The best tool for those obviously would be Search Console. We don't have access to. So keeping in mind these percentages, take that with a grain of salt, right? Take it with a complete grain of salt. This is giving you a very small look at something that's probably much bigger than what we're actually looking at. But so we run SEO Spyglass, and we get our reports, and basically the big thing that we're doing is we're looking for other keywords we can use. We're looking for variations, synonyms. I like to call those discovered anchors or discovered anchor text, because we go and discover what we can use. I have down here, estimate the current anchor percent for target and competition. Personally, I don't do this. My team does, just because I've taught them to. If you've done a lot of it, you really don't need to do this. If you're kind of new, maybe it's a good idea to do so. And again, you got to take this with a grain of salt, though. These aren't giving you complete pictures. Okay, if we go in here and we see that there's 7 pages. So there's 7 links here using exact match anchor, right? And in total, we're looking at what's their total backlinks for that page. So looks like about 74 live. So 74. So yeah, right around 11%. That's high for exact match. And then you consider things like these close variations. Right here, we have long tail, but using your exact phrases in the long tail. You start adding all that up. That's a really high anchor percent exact match and long tail to use. So again, I take this with a real grain of salt. And typically you want to stay a lot lower than anything that this is showing you. So so the next thing that we're going to do on our direction sheet is we're going to create main anchors, supplemental anchors, and we're going to rotate our anchors based on link type. Now, I went real fast on those three because they're going to be completely a new video because there's more to talk about with those. So this is the end of the first video. We're going to come back with our second video. We're actually going to create our anchor text, and we're going to go into some in-depth strategies that we use on what anchors go with what type of links and where we point these links at. And using this strategy, definitely you see great gains every time. So thanks for watching this first video. If you have any questions, hit me up at SEO@web20ranker.com, SEO@web20ranker.com. I'm Chaz. Talk to you next video.